Hey guys, it's Roxanne from RoxanneLynch.com. Hey, how's it going in your neck of the woods? Okay, we were chatting about this the other day. We were talking about team building activities because we have so many new women coming onto my social retail team, and I want to share some tips and strategies that we have been sharing within our team. So you too can, maybe soak up some of the bliss and the blessings of knowing that there are some very doable, very hands-on, duplicatable team building activities within our beloved businesses. Okay. So you guys know that this is what I love to do. I love to pop into your guys' world, give you guys some insights, some inspirations, hands-on doable tips and solutions to what we call the sunny side of life. So within, whether you're within my team, within social retail or your own beloved business out there, I know that there's enough success and sunshine for all of us. So let's hop into this because I know that, like I said, whether you're within my company and my amazing team within social retail or your own, team building activities are, imperative for our growth, and they're imperative to, feel that warm, fuzzy feeling, that nurturing, that support, that cheering that we need to be giving into all of our team, okay? And not just women that are on your team. Some of our biggest income producing activities within our team can simply be defined as activities that involve people that are not yet on your team. So let's talk about some of these activities. Let's talk about them, okay? So the very first tip I want to give you is being able to, show up in a way within your team and within your networking using social media, is making sure that we're showing up in a light of sunshine and goodness and that ability to raise others up. I think it's really important to remember that there's different strokes for different folks. Remembering that we have people that are sensitive, we have people that are shy, we have people that are bold and sassy. So we have to be able to rise them all up for who they are and where they are within their life, okay? So it's ultimately giving them what they need for their successes and making sure that it really begins with showing up with that right light of being able to be focused on pouring sunshine into them. Because we know that obviously within the main, what people are looking for is making sure that their Maslow's hierarchy of needs are being met. So, having that inclusive circle, that empowerment, that enlightenment, that cheerleading, that you are just a bright light within their circle, their life, and they're just a person that when they come to your page or they come to you in a conversation, that you're positive and you're lighthearted, you have a listening ear, you care, you give a damn, all those things, and making sure that you're listening with that ear, that you're providing what they need. Maybe they need an ear to vent. Maybe they're looking for ideas and solutions. Maybe they're just looking for someone to agree with them. So you have to be able to meet them on where they are, and treating everyone the same obviously just isn't going to work, right? Because we're all unique, beautiful individuals. So, more than that, when you're just showing up in their world that way, that I think is the most important thing within team building activities, is being there for them. And understanding that they're worried about what's in it for them. So being that caretaker that has their best interests at heart, and you're not pushing your agenda on them, you're not pushing them in a direction that they're not comfortable in going. They have to grow into that. So it's your job to enlighten and direct and support, give them the tools that they need for their successes, okay? So I think that's the very first one, is finding ways to raise people up. Is our number one team building activity. Number two is remembering that when I talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, is recognition. So many women out there do not have a place where they feel valued or nurtured, needed, wanted, desired, or appreciated. So recognition is massive within women's lives. Whether they're going through a hard time within their relationships, or they're going through a hard time at their job, Maybe they have been, the underdog in their previous businesses, and giving them that sense of recognition, that praise, that appreciation, that atta girl, whether it's a personal, a voice message, or it's a team shout out because they've done something that they've never done before. And that might mean that they've got their first customer or their first sign up. They don't have to, make the top of the ranks. They don't have to do those kind of things. But recognition is imperative within team building, because not enough of that is usually poured into women and even men within their jobs, their careers, their relationships, from their children, from their family. Like I said, it is absolutely an amazing thing to pour your sunshine and goodness into them by giving them the recognition. So for anything, just look for anything, whether it was an amazing post, a shout out because they did an amazing curiosity post, or they had a couple hundred comments, or even 10 comments if they're not used to that, a little gift certificates, a little handwritten note. It doesn't have to be anything big or special or spectacular. Something that makes them feel ultra special, because they are, okay? Whether they're part of your team or you're just prospecting them and you're just going through the motions of that sifting and sorting, or they're assigned onto your team, and even customers, recognition is imperative in today's day and age. I don't think that there's a way that we could overdo recognition, okay? So tip number 3 when it comes to some team building activities is asking smarter questions when you're having conversations with your team. I think when we take a little bit of time to ask smarter questions, and going back to tip number 1, that not a blanket policy or a blanket training isn't 100% for all people. When we ask smarter questions, it draws women into deeper, more meaningful, touchy-feely conversations, things that they may not have thought about or dealt with for years. So asking them such questions, that if you know that they're an empath or they're spiritual, we can say things like, hey, how are you feeling today? Or, what were the vibes going on in your week last week? Or, what kind of blessings are you expecting this week? Keep your word when it comes to asking smarter questions. If they do, then reach out. If you've asked questions such as, what is your plan for today? Or, what is your goal? What is your main goal for this week? Just, one simple goal. Having them start formulate some ideas. The thing is that if women, like most of my team are underdogs, they have been browbeaten, they have struggled, they have banged their head, and they have wanted to give social retail a try. So asking them leading questions of saying, what do you need today? Or what help can I give? They're so overwhelmed and feeling down sometimes, they don't even know where to start. So sometimes they'll say, what has given you frustrations in the past? And they'll explain to me what, their problems were in their past company, whether they were let down or their upline quit or they didn't have the right training, their friends and family aren't interested. I can say, well, then are you open to, some training on that? Are you open to, catching a recorded video from my YouTube channel, and allowing them to explore and get enlightened and have hope in their hearts all over again? And that comes with asking smarter questions. So, sometimes the direct route isn't the best if you know that your team member has struggled in the past with the network marketing, okay? Asking them questions like, what's exciting for you this week? Get into the life stuff too, not just about business, but you are going to become a lifelong business partner and a friend, so let's share more about what's exciting within life. Okay. So that's some ideas. Okay. So when it comes into another one, which I took notes. So a lot of women say, well, how do I motivate my team? And to be honest, the thing is we can't motivate other people. We're not that catalyst for them. But what we can do is we can inspire them. We can show up inspired, and that is from our actions. It's how we show up within conversations. It's how we show up within our content. It's how we show up within our live videos, or my funny, morning affirmations. I've been doing my morning affirmations for 4 years, and that inspires me. Okay, that inspires me. It motivates me. So I share them out. You know, I change them. I get thinking about different things. So how I motivate my team is just to show up inspired and to keep on doing it. Now, I know there's going to be women out there that, you know, maybe don't want to build a team like I'm building my team, but I can help support them, and hopefully I can inspire them to build a team that they want. You know, whether it's just a couple $100 a month or a couple $1,000 a month or more. Each of us is unique. So finding out how we can support them by inspiring them, okay? So, and same thing, that comes from real conversations with them, all right? So this is tip number 5, which is remembering when we're having those team building activities, is remembering that when we get started within our business, we should be really coming with that presence online, that we have a team before we have a team. And I know it seems kind of ass backwards, but when we actually plan and believe and think that we have a team before we have a team, our activities change. We start showing up differently online. We do different things. If I'm imagining that I have a team of 5 women or 10 women or 100 women, how are you going to be running your day? Okay, so that can really inspire you to be working on the leading edge of your uncomfortableness, so you're actually physically manifesting what you want to happen, which is have a team or have customers. So start acting like you have a team. Start volunteering maybe to participate within team activities, such as a mini training, or create a small PDF or cheat sheet with your upline. Do things that if you had a team, if you see a team member that ranked, give her a shout out, give her some praise. She's not yours, but she will certainly appreciate it. So when you start acting like you have a team, or a larger team or small, it tricks our minds into it, that we're becoming used to it. It's normal that these are the activities we're going to do. We're going to be giving out recognitions. We're going to be giving out shout outs. We're going to be volunteering to, you know, do a training call, or is in something that we're comfortable with. Or if we're a green personality, we can help organize the training platforms within our group. There's all kinds of things that different personalities have different strengths because of their experiences, okay? So delegate a little, share a little, allow women to grow and glow within their own powers. I think that is a really important one. So I think on the last 2 tips that I have, so get in the trenches. This is something that I love my business within social retail for this, because I love helping women launch their businesses, okay? There's something really exciting to help women create those first few posts within social retail. You know, they're brand new, they're inspired, they're curious, they're not really maybe familiar with attraction marketing, and being able to help them create the post that's going to be launched on their page gets me excited, because I know that I can help them create the right post that is going to get them messages, and create the right post that's going to get a ton of likes and comments and emojis on their page. That turns my crank. I love getting in the trenches and having a couple strategy sessions, creating out a right message. So before they even launch, we go into pre-launch, which brings them into a messaging system which allows them to connect with other women that they have maybe been teammates with before, and they're no longer active, or, you know, just bringing their friends and family up to speed, saying, you know, and a very short, brief connecting message of bringing them up to what's exciting and it's going to be happening next week, and kind of giving them the insider secret. It's so exciting when those messages get responded to. Helping them do the 3-way chats. We don't do 3-way calls. No one's got the time for that. But I actually help do their prospecting, and I help do their follow-ups. I help do their closings. So I love getting in the trenches with them. Okay, that really gets me excited, because I'm so creative. I am so positive, and I listen to their story, because they say I don't know what to say. So they tell me their story, and then I help them reword it. And they share with me their documents or their copy, their written works, and we'll edit a few things, and, you know, add some capitalized words and space it out a little bit for readability. teach them how to create the right content that is going to get engagement, which they have so long been crying and starving out for. So that is my very favorite team building activity. And that really gets me turned up and cranked. The last tip I have for you guys is have some empathy, okay? Because this is something that really means that you have to put yourself in that person's perspective so you can relate to them. It's not about feeling sorry for them, and it's not even always about helping them out of that place. It's just being able to relate with them of where they are and where they have been, and showing them how much you care. Because it's true, people don't know how much you care until they can see how much you care. So showing up in ways that, as you're pouring empathy and you're there for them on the good days and the bad, sad days. And I think that, that's one where some women kind of get pushed away. So a bonus one, of course, is just making sure that when you're having contests, that you do a wide scope of a contest. So it's not just about making sure that you are definitely doing, high volume or this many new customers or this many new teammates. Make sure you have prizes for their participation too. Say 1 or 2 prizes for the participation people, because they might not be there yet and they just need that extra nudge of support and encouragement and recognition that they're participating in the contents, even if they're not yet rocking out the leaderboards and off the charts. Okay, so that's it for tonight. There's just so much goodness going on within my social retail team, and this is exactly what I love to do, is just bring some sunshine and some sparkle to women's lives that have been struggling in the past, and they don't know what the heck social retail is, and they're unfamiliar with it, but they're excited, and I love proving to them that they can still get the results and have their dreams come true, because they matter. Their dreams matter. Your dreams matter. Okay, so that's it for tonight. You guys have a fabulous evening. As always, if you don't know what the heck social retail is, ask me about it. I'm happy to bring you up to speed. Honestly, makes me squeamish under pressure, so I would never do that to you, but you deserve to be in the know of what is absolutely so amazing. And of course, if you have a friend that needs some inspiration, tag them to my video or share it away. Okay, you guys have a fabulous night, and I'll catch you tomorrow, all on the sunny side of life.